Why do you call us that name anyway? Do you call a? Jonathan thought to himself, as if he had an epiphany. Hey, I'll tell you what we are. We're your local pharmacist. Motherfucker. That's what we are. He grabs some vials and continues. Got a toothache? Jonathan held up a green vial with a smile on his face. Got menstrual cramps? He quickly paused. Oh, my fault. Or do you want to get high as the great blue sky? Holding up a red vial, Jonathan continued as he pulled out a yellowish-looking vial. Now, with this stuff here, I call it hide and seek. We are the people to see for all your medical needs, plus more, if you know what I mean. No, I don't, replied Wanyanyekevu. Jom interrupted. We ain't gonna have shit if he touches that damn wall, but busted. Jom was the smartest of the two as he walked toward Wanyanyekevu. Why are you here? Your type is rarely seen here unless they are being arrested or executed or both, Wanyanyekevu said proudly. I have to go to Arizona, for I am being sent there by Sabaoth to get married. Jonathan jokingly. Damn, ain't no bitches where you from? You carrying your ass clear across the country to get some ass? Offended but yet understanding, Wanyanyekevu held his peace as Jonathan continued. Hell, you can have our cousin Kia's. She's one ugly bitch, but she can clean and cook her ass off. Wanyanyekevu smiled. No thanks. Jonathan smiled. Tell that Sabaoth. Wanyanyekevu quickly interrupted Jonathan with a stern voice. Sabaoth is my creator whom I serve. Please, hold your peace. Jonathan said. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were so sensitive, shit. You religious people are something else. Seeing Wanyanyekevu's frustration with Jonathan, Jom said, Look, it was nice knowing you and all that, but we gotta go. A beam of light shone on Jom's forehead, and something struck him as his body fell to the ground. A loud cry came from behind Wanyanyekevu. Kill them! Kill them all! Jonathan held up his hands and shouted. Wait! A large spear pierced through his body, impaling him to the ground, and he quickly started coughing up blood. As Wanyanyekevu turned around, he still had his hand on his cane, ready for battle. The time flashes back to the present. Still working on understanding his gift, he shakes his head as he heard Jonathan. Anakataz? My name is Jonathan, and this is my brother Jom. We are your local pharmacist as he grabs some vials. Got a toothache? Jonathan held up a green vial with a smile. Got menstrual cramps? He pauses. Oh, my fault. Wanyanyekevu said. Oh, my fault. The same time as Jonathan said it. Listen, I see you as good men, kind of. He smiled. But our prints are everywhere, and we don't have long, but we must hide or fight. As he continued, Jonathan did not hear a word he had said and pulled out a yellowish-looking vial. Now, with this shit here, I call it hide and seek. Shaking his head at Jonathan, Jones said, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Do the laws want you? Wanyanyekevu replied, I don't have time to explain, but we got about 6 minutes, and it's not going to be good for any of us. Jom grabbed a vial out of his bag, shook it 3 hard times, threw it onto the ground, and then pointed to Wanyanyekevu. Go into the door. Not long after, 8 men arrived as the 3 young men watched through a one-way transparent door. He has to be close, said one man, as another man is heard a little ways off saying, I got 3 sets of prints heading north. Hours later, the smell of wild rabbit roasting and the pungent scent of musk from the men filled the air. There were rabbits in a metal oven with a bright light, roasting. It's been about 2 to 3 hours now, and those men are long gone and lost by now, Jones said as he held up a small vial as he continued. That there was an old military secret weapon used back in the days. It creates footprints for up to 10 miles. Jones smiled as he tried to impress Wanyanyekevu. Good thing I got about 3 left. It's about. Looking at the wall, he snapped his fingers, and a transparent image stood against the wall with a map and the time. Then with his finger, he flicked the surface of the light, and the map moved. They should be around about there, pointing to the map. We're here. When Inyekova was sitting on the ground with his eyes closed and his legs crossed as he meditated, listening to Joan's voice, he opened his eyes,